Lefty, number 22. Dumps it into the Philadelphia zone. That's Bob Daly. Back to get it. Almost lost it. DuPont to Bobby Clark to Richie Leach. Philadelphia on the attack, and Denis Potvin knocked Leach fly. Loose puck back in the Flyers zone. That's Bob Daly back to get it. Third a long one down. Billy Smith, the starting goaltender for the Islanders, sets it up for number 4. Bob Orr to Mike Fossey. Now to Bob Orr. Only one man back. Orr trying to get it to Crutch, and it was too far ahead. Here's Bill Barber for Philadelphia, number 7. Headmanning it to Bobby Clark, to Richie Leach, number 27. Potvin blocks his shot. Orr, number 14. Shoots! Save on the short side by Peters. Almost didn't clear the rebound, but Busnick did, and here's Lindsman, number 14. To Holmgren. Shoots! Rebound! Lindsman hit the post, but the whole play had been called back, and now Holmgren and Gord Lane of the Islanders get their sticks up and jab away at each other.
Well, Dan, you know, tempers are going to be short today, and right there you see Paul Holmgren, who, as we said earlier, is the physical leader of the Islanders, didn't hear the whistle. We had the play continue, and that's what really upset Gord Lane. That, as we looked at Pat Quinn, the coach of the Flyers, looking at all this action behind the net.
So the whole play had been whistled down at the blue line. Nobody, including us, could hear the whistle. And we will have penalties assessed here by referee Bob Myers. More Stanley Cup action in just a moment.
Hold it. Hey, guys. All right, stop fooling around. Calm down. Hold it down. I mean, this is the first Life Day alumni picture. Okay, a little respect. All right, everybody here?
Everybody who is somebody.
Oh, very clever. All right, smile, will you?
Knock it off, Billy. You need this job.
Are you guys ready? Hold it, hold it. Stay like that. Hold it. Now. Just be yourselves. Calm down, calm down. Hold it.
Like beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
That's Gord Lane in the penalty box. Go ahead, Lou.
He was acquired from Washington earlier this season for Mike Kazicki in the draft choice.
Paul Holmgren is off for Philadelphia. 2 minutes each for high sticking. Each team a man short. Here's Morrow, number 6 for New York. Lost it to Ben Wilson. Chance for Philadelphia. And Wilson's shot deflects up over the glass and into the crowd.
Dan, we've seen on 2 occasions, that's Pat Quinn checking the clock, that the Philadelphia defensemen are really gambling. They're staying in. That time, Ben Wilson intercepted a pass and got an attempt at net. But earlier, both Daly and DuPont were caught, and that's when the Islanders were able to come down. And by the way, Bobby Bourne got that shot away when the puck was standing up, and that's what caused goaltender Pete Peters to lose it momentarily.
Peters is a rookie, the starting goaltender for Philadelphia. That's Ken Lindsman, a real speedster for the Flyers, number 14. Bob Myers saying the Flyers can't make another change now. And Butch Goring for the Islanders, a former Los Angeles King, came to the Islanders right at the trading deadline, and he has really given them an extra 1-2 punch with Crotche at center ice.
He has really been the key to the Islanders' surge in the late season.
Each team a man short. Here's number 5, Denis Potvin, the Islander captain. Potvin. Long shot. Peters went to his knees, made the save, and didn't take any chances. Peters, the 22-year-old rookie goaltender, a 2.62 goals against average as we look at the Islander coach, Al Arbor, in his 7th year as the New York coach. And the coach of the year a year ago, the coach of the year this year was the other coach, Pat Quinn of Philadelphia.
That's Clark Gillies, one of the real tough forwards for the Islanders, and the fella that should really be the key to the Islanders' success today. He's big, he has to use his body, he has to do for the Islanders what Holmgren does so well for the Flyers.
One of the many signs here at the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. The Islanders have never won the Stanley Cup in their 8-year history. Flyers have won it twice, back in 74 and 75. Each team a man short, but the Flyers' Busnick, number 28, comes to center to Barber. Too far ahead, Smith handles that, cleared it off onto the wing for Langevin, and he gets it on the boards to Merrick. Now Langevin back of his own goal to number 7, Stefan Persson. Over to Langevin. He's number 26. To Wayne Merrick, number 11. Over to Kennelly, number 27. Kennelly to Merrick in front. Tied up by Bridgman, and Peters, the goaltender, cleared it to center. Persson to Langevin. Back to Persson. Into the center ice area. Bridgman for Philadelphia intercepted. He sets up Jim Watson. But Tonelli for New York cleared it on the left wing side for Langevin, number 26. He works his way into the Flyers zone. Langevin knocked down by Daly. And Al Hill has the puck. And now a penalty coming up for high sticking against Philadelphia. Is it against Bob Daly?
And Bob Daly is really looking concerned at this time because it's going to give the Islanders a 2-minute advantage.
We'll return with Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final in just a moment. Part of the sellout crowd of 15,000 plus. The penalty was against Moose Dupont of Philadelphia. High sticking at 2:24. Remember that Holmgren and Lane are also in the penalty box, so the Islanders will have a 4-against-3 power play right here. And their power play in this series, Lou Nanny, has been the difference between the two teams.
It certainly has, and they have broken a record. They've got 15 short-handed goals against the Flyers.
13 power play goals, and the Islanders have the man advantage now. Persson, number 7, to Denis Potvin. Bobby Clark is watching him. Here's Potvin. Slides it off to the corner. Bossy centered one, but Trottier was checked. Now back to Denis Potvin. Over to Persson. He had trouble with a bouncing puck, and then Clark, number 16 for Philadelphia, carries into the Islander zone, dumps it back for Jim Watson. Flyers are shorthanded by 2 men. Islanders only 1 man short. That's Billy Smith, the Islander goaltender, as Lane and Holmgren come back on. So the only man in the penalty box now is Dupont of Philadelphia. Here's Persson. Checked, and it is cleared by the Flyers up over the flat and into the crowd.
One of the keys to the Islander power play has to be this man, Mike Bossy. He shoots the puck extremely well. Last year, 69 goals. He's only in his 3rd year in the league. A very fine hockey player. He, along with the 2-point men, Persson and Denis Potvin, that have good wrist shots, are always threats. So what they try and do is put a big man like Clark Gillies in front of Peters to screen him and have one of those fellas shoot the puck so the goalie can't see it.
Ed Bossy's played 3 years. The worst year he's had was this past one, 51 goals. How would you like to say your worst year was 51 goals?
That's a career for some players.
Here is Bossy clearing it in. Watson, number 20 for Philadelphia. They're still shorthanded. Here's Gillies in behind the net to Trottier. Jimmy Watson down on the ice and is able to freeze the puck there. Watson playing injured today with a bad collarbone.
They say he's actually got a fractured collarbone. If we look at the president of the National Hockey League, John Ziegler, he's sitting over to his right is Ted Huff, and then in between him, Ted Huff's wife. Ted Huff, of course, with CBC in Canada.
58 seconds left in the penalty to Moose Dupont of Philadelphia. We have 16:34 left in the period. That's the man they call Jethro. Clark Gillies, the big winger of the Islanders. Trottier is at center. Gillies is on the right side. Bossy on the left side. Persson and Potvin are the point men. 58 seconds left in the penalty. Here is Gillies to Potvin. To Persson. To Bossy. Now to Trottier. His shot tipped away by Peters, and Watson cleared it away for Philadelphia. Number 5, Potvin. Over to Persson, the Swedish defenseman to Bossy to Potvin. Islanders on the power play. Potvin to Trottier. Barber tied him up. Now back to Gillies. Over to Bossy, but intercepted by Bill Barber for Philadelphia and cleared away. 22 seconds left in Dupont's penalty. Stepan Persson to Mike Bossy. Bobby Clark checked him. Bossy. Now to Potvin. Into Mooring to Gillies, and is shot wide by several feet. Daly back for Philadelphia. Cleared it. Potvin knocked it down, shot it wide. Here's Goring for the Islanders. Wilson tied him up and cleared it. Dupont is back on. And Clark clears to center. Philadelphia's killed off the penalty, and here's Leach. Trying to go around Potvin. Leach centered. A shot by Wilson. But Smith got a face out. And now Potvin fires it off the boards into the Flyers zone. With Wilson back together. To Daly. He cleared to center. And it goes Goes into the New York zone. Morrow in there, forecheck by Ken Lindstrom. Here's Bourne for the Islanders. Great skater, Bob Bourne, number 14, trying to go around Hill. And sliding across was Jim Watson to break it up. Here is Jimmy Watson to Hill. Morrow checked him, but Lindsman speeds to center. Loose puck, Merrick back for the Islanders together. Holmgren into forecheck for Philadelphia. Now it comes to Gord Lane. To Morrow, who shot it to center. Wayne Sutter had it momentarily, and here's Lindsman. Dumped it back in, and Lane, number 24, for New York. Almost lost it. Here's John Pinelli, number 27.
Contracts, exploding bills, surprises. Have we finally had enough? Metro thinks so. Enough of complicated contracts that seem to never end. Blowing up your budget with exploding bills? $27 tacos smells like yada yada. And concert tickets going from this to this? Well, you don't take yada yada in life. Don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Join Metro, where there's not a yada yada. No contracts, no exploding bills, and no surprises. Good show, people. Thank you.
Pinelli with Merrick and Nystrom into the player zone. Pinelli shoots wide by 2 or 3 feet. And then McLean cleared it to center for the Flyers. Morrow given a rough ride by DuPont against the board. Now Bob Kelly and Nystrom in a fight just outside the Flyer blue line. Nystrom and Bob Kelly sail away at each other.
Those are two fellas that play the same style of game. They use their body, they're rough. They are the kind of people that usually get out there and give their club an inspiration. And many times you find them getting their sticks up, and this is what results.
Now Nystrom gets the right hand free, and he landed a couple.
The linesmen will stay apart and let them just finish it off as long as no one seems like they're getting hurt or no one goes down. And when they're through, they'll just break them up and let them go to the penalty box. They're probably pretty tired right now, wishing someone would step in there. But there's a little more shoving going around, Dan, and that's one thing. The next person in that fight will be a third man in the fight, and he'll be ejected from the game. So no players are allowed to touch those two while they're fighting.
Now they have Nystrom and Kelly separated. Number 23, Bob Nystrom. And number 9, Kelly of Philadelphia. With 14:05 left in the first period, let's pause for a moment.
Before you buy a mid-size car, please know this. Oldsmobile Cutlass offers diesel V8 availability in all 10 models. Plus, Cutlass gives you one of the highest resale values of any mid-size car. Compare Cutlass. Compare style, price, ride. Compare everything you want in your next new car. Total Value has made Olds Cutlass America's #1 selling car. We've had one built for you.